Welcome to this special marathon coverage on NewsX as Prime Minister Modi is in Canada for the first time in 10 years. On the agenda is the G7 summit where PM Modi will be welcomed by host Mark Carney. This is a much awaited meeting between the two leaders after ties were taken to new lows thanks to a campaign run by former Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. But there is hope that things will be different with Canada's newly elected leader as both countries are expected to formalize coordination on transnational crimes. And Prime Minister Modi is also expected to hold other bilaterals. We will be bringing you every update from the ground at this point in time. My colleague Megha Sharma is joining us from Calgary in Alberta. Megha, you've been there for a couple of days. The Prime Minister is going to have a number of bilaterals. What's going to be the predominant agenda for the Prime Minister while he is going to be in and at the G7? Of course, India represents a massive chunk of the world. There have been calls to have India, the fourth largest economy now, in all of these groupings. What does it feel like being there? What is that palpable priority you feel that India is going to be gunning for while in Canada?
First of all, good morning, Vineet, and to all our viewers on NewsX. I'm here in Banff, which is just about 40 minutes from the Kananaskis Mountain Lodge, where the G7 Leaders Summit is taking place. Today is the third and the last day, and it's a sunny morning today. It's 8:30 a.m. time, and yes, the Prime Minister arrived yesterday evening local time here. He was in Calgary, and he is now quickly going to be traveling to Kananaskis because the first of the interactions that are going to take place today will happen at 11 a.m. local time. This is when the G7 leaders, including host Mark Carney, will be inviting the outreach leaders, which includes India, South Korea, Mexico, Ukraine, Brazil, and of course we have also seen that the World Bank President Ajay Banga, we've also seen of course the European Union President Ursula von der Leyen. They all will be present over there for a welcome to the outreach leaders of the G7 plus nations. Now, talking about what is going to be the predominant agenda of the Prime Minister when he holds a number of those bilaterals, particularly first one that is likely to happen is going to happen with the Canadian counterpart about the resetting of ties. That's the most important thing that's been on the top of the agenda, has been the talk of the town as well. I think amongst many things that India and Canada need to iron out, the number one that stands out is the trade and investment relationship between both the countries. Now, we all know that it has been a really long time since India and Canada have been trying to strike the CEPA, which is the Comprehensive Economic Partnership Agreement with each other. There had been efforts to that level that had been initiated by the Commerce Minister of our country, Piyush Goyal, and the counterpart of Canada, but that has led us nowhere, especially in the last 1.5 years under the prime ministership of Justin Trudeau. Obviously, situation has been really tense in the last 1.5 years for both the countries. So that is going to be, an agenda-setting item, number one item for that matter, when the conversation flows between both leaders during that bilateral. Another important aspect of India and Canada relationship is people-to-people ties, education. There are 41% of the international students who travel to Canada that are of Indian origin. And there have been now at this time stringent policies that have been announced by Mark Carney that that reduces the intake of international students into Canada to a bare minimum. So conversations with regards to how is it going to be circumvented, can there be Canadian universities and colleges that can be set up in India, and under the new education policy, these talks have been going on between Canada and India for some time now, and perhaps they are going to restart once and hopefully so ties between India and Canada become more normal than they were in the last few months.